All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Double on a Body Transformation podcast. And in today's podcast, I am going to be covering like how do I adapt my training when I'm traveling. And as you all probably know, there's like a bit of a situation going on with Iran. Iran is fucking around, right? Ouch! I just had some coffee, and I'm based in Dubai. And yeah, so I'll just be covering that. But before I just get started, whatever I mentioned in this podcast is solely for educational and entertainment purposes only. None of this is meant to replicate advice from a professional or from a doctor or for medical advice. So please do whatever stupid thing that you want to do, please do it at your own risk. And let's probably get started. But overall, I'm actually in a pretty good place, with my health and fitness. And I'm having a good time. Right, my psychology with relationship to the process is pretty good. But before we just get started, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and yeah, just do the needful. It just helps me get to more people out there. And whatever I mentioned in this podcast, please do it at your own discretion with the advice from a professional. So let's probably get started. So how do I adapt my training when I am traveling? So first things first, right? When I'm traveling, let's probably say I get at the end of the day, I'm not really an IFBB pro, right? I'm just a normal guy who wants to look good, who's taking some peptides, who's on testosterone replacement therapy. Well, slightly outside the testosterone replacement therapy range, slowly approaching the bodybuilding territory. But I've got no intentions to compete, and I just genuinely enjoy the process and researching and trying experiments on my body and being a good coach. That's exactly what I love to do, and I love coaching people basically. So that's who I am, and I like to call myself a physique coach. And I'm a physique coach because I help men get from beat the analysis paralysis and help them build cover model physiques. But anyways, let's not steer off topic. I've been steering off topic. So let's probably say I pick whatever flight that's available, right? Now, let's probably say, my training split, I've been training 5 days per week because that's what I probably can sustain. So my split's upper body, lower body rest. So that could be Monday, Tuesday rest. And then on Wednesday I rest, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I go and train. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is structured as push day, pull day, and then leg day, right? So let's probably say speaking of which, I need to stop saying probably so many times, so I'm going to be more conscious about that. But if I'm traveling on Thursday, I'm not going to be doing upper, lower, resting on a Tuesday, and then forcing myself to train on the day when I land, which is a Thursday. I will take the second half of my workout, which is 3 days back to back in a row, which is push day, pull day, leg day, and put that in the first half of the week, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that on the day when I travel, which is a Thursday, it's going to be so fucking stressful, right? That I don't train. And the next day, when I land in another country, that's when I train, and I take the first half of my workout and put it in the later half of the week in a different country. Second, let's say my workout is structured like this. Upper body is hammer strength, incline press, working your upper chest fibers. Then 2 sets of chest flies on the pec tech machine. Then 3 sets of lat pull downs on the overhand lat pull down, and 2 sets of flexion rows, machine lateral raises, a little bit of bicep curls, and a little bit of tricep extensions. I basically try to find the exercises, the equipments, and the machines that are most similar to what is there in the gym. So let's say if I'm able to find the exact piece of the kit in that new gym, win-win. If not, I try to mimic the movement pattern or the equipment in that particular gym with regards to what's available. So let's say an incline press would become a machine press because both of them are machines. Yeah, big deal if you're not able to press incline and you're pressing flat. At the end of the day, you're still working your chest fibers. Instead of, if I am doing something like a preacher machine curl, if that preacher machine curl is not really available, then I stick to a barbell preacher curl. Or if a barbell preacher curl is not available, then I probably stick to a dumbbell preacher curl. But I use whatever is available. Simple as that. Right? Now, let's say if I am doing a pendulum squat, as you can see in this video right here, then, or a hack squat, or whatever exercise that I'm doing, then I replace that with the most similar movement pattern. That could probably be a split squat. That could be any sort of a leg press. Whatever it is, I try to find something that supports my back, moves the similar joints, and it's that dead simple. It's that simple. It's more of like this. Let's say you're an alcoholic. Horrible example. But does your body know the difference between... Does your body know whether you're drinking Jack Daniels or whether you're drinking Chivas Regal? The answer is no. But your body understands the degree or the intensity at which you feel the high from that particular drink. So similarly, does your body know the difference between a bench press or a machine chest press? Probably no. But it understands the degree of the tension and all of that scientific jazz, which I don't want to be covering. So it's not going to make that much of a big difference, and you just want to stick to the exercises that feel the best relevant to the particular structure that you're following. And that basically is it. And find exercises that move the similar joints and that keep you safe and pain-free. It's just going to be like, what, 2, 3, 4 weeks, or even 1 week? If you're traveling for 1 week, fuck it, don't train, right? But I train because it psychologically keeps me in check. You might not train because it helps you get some time off. Whatever it is, right? Your body doesn't know the difference between the particular exercise. It's concerned with the degree of tension that you place on it, and the exercise is a particular tool to place the tension on it in a pain-free manner. It's so simple, right? Now, how do I adapt the weights and the reps? Let's say I am used to dumbbell pressing, used to hammer strength pressing 25 kilos each side for 10 to 12 reps. I find the exact same piece of kit, or I find a similar machine. I might do 2 to 3 warm-up sets. Now, warm-up sets are not really counted in your working sets, just to get a gauge of the weight. First working set, let's say I'm doing 3 sets. So the first working set, I take it to failure, and I might get in 6 reps at like 50 kilos on that different piece of equipment. Now I'm doing 8 reps, then I might reduce it by 2.5 to 5 kilos, and in the second set I might do 47.5 kilos or 45 kilos and bring myself back in the rep range. Or I might do the same thing but in an opposite manner if I wanna bring myself like in the rep range with regards to a heavier weight. So let's say I am aiming for 6 to 8 reps, but I pick 45 kilos on the first working set, and I might go up to 10 to 12 reps to failure. Now, if I want to bring myself back in the 6 to 8 rep range, I might increase the weight to 50 to 52.5 to get myself within the 6 to 8 rep range. But whatever the rep range is, I work within that, and then I adapt and make changes on the fly. Muscle growth happens anywhere in the 6 to 30 rep range, right? There's nothing magical about a rep range. For some people, 6 to 10 rep ranges keeps them pain-free. For some people, a higher rep range keeps them pain-free. For some people, a low rep allows them a good mind-muscle connection. For some people, a high rep allows them a good mind-muscle connection. Everybody's very, very individual. So that's the logic behind rep ranges. The second thing is, I also like to have fun while I train. So that's basically been my biggest mindset shift ever since I returned back from my travel, and even when I was traveling, right? So I also freestyle with some isolation exercises. Let's say the preacher bicep curl is not available, and there's a new piece of equipment available which I've never seen in my current gym before. Fuck it, I might do like another isolation exercise and feel a better pump. Sometimes I might even add in a few extra sets or make changes on the fly. Because my recovery is enhanced, I am sleeping well, I'm eating properly, I'm eating more because I'm on holiday. So fuck it, I've been walking a little bit more. Let's add in like another set, have some fun in the journey, right? What's gonna happen in the grand scheme, it's not gonna make that much of a big difference. So yeah, learn how to have fun as well. That's what I can tell a lot of people, right? You don't want it to be all fun, because at the end of the day, training is a serious part, but at times you gotta have some fun. Then the other aspect is, sometimes I might train when I'm fasted. Sometimes I might train after my breakfast. Sometimes I might train with just coffee inside my system. Sometimes I might train with some street food. But training is not that much of a priority while I'm traveling, but I just do it while I'm traveling because it psychologically keeps me in check and allows me to stay within the routine without going too off track. But what I also did was, some workouts are fasted. So when I was training fasted, I stopped by 7-Eleven and had like a Monster, which is like a high dose caffeine energy drink, 150 milligrams of caffeine. Sometimes I stopped by the street, had some potatoes. Right? Sometimes I had a Monster with like 24 grams of dark chocolate. Fuck it. Right? Dark chocolate is a pretty good pre-workout. It's got cacao, which is a vasodilator. It opens up your blood vessels. The Monster constricts your blood vessels, but also gives you caffeine. But it also has a lot of sodium. Sometimes I might just have like a protein shake. Sometimes I might have a fruit of the street. Right? At the end of the day, your overall calories, macros, etc. matter. But this is only for holiday. While I'm here in Dubai, yeah, I try to do my best relevant to the situation. But on travel, yeah, I'll let myself be flexible. Sometimes while I was in Vietnam, I would have egg coffee. Now, egg has a little bit of fat, 3 grams of fat, but it's got like some protein. The coffee is going to give me some caffeine, so fuck it. So yeah, try the local cuisines. If you feel good fasted, fucking go and train fasted. If you don't feel good fasted, you need some calories in your system, eat something light, right, from the supermarket. Learn how to make wise choices on the fly. After your workout, go and eat something off the street, or have like your meals prepped, or go and have like a protein shake. I mean, it's not rocket science. The other thing is, so that's basically how I adapt my training while I'm traveling. Now, as you all probably know, wait, let me just check on my notes if I have mentioned something better. Yeah, so that's basically all around training. Now, as you all know, like, Iran is fucking around, right? And there have been some incidents in Dubai. In UAE, but the UAE government has been like really, really tight. It's been protecting our citizens. It's keeping us safe. It's doing everything within its capacity to keep us safe, right? I'm so grateful to be in UAE. I returned back to UAE like a week before the flights got closed. So I feel really, really grateful. But all I'm gonna say is, whatever you see on TV is rubbish, because even though there have been some incidents, but the UAE has been good enough to warn its citizens, hey, you guys need to stay indoors, takes care of the situations, and immediately sends out a message, all right, you guys can chill out a little bit, right? You guys can get out a little bit, but it takes care of its citizens. It's doing everything within its capacity. So it is a worrying time, but I'm still trying to do my best. And I've got some more time on my hands, so fuck it, might as well produce some content, focus on my health and fitness, remind me about the time in COVID, right? And this time I'm doing things around my own health and fitness and my business from a place of experience, so I might as well take advantage of that. So the aim is to spread some positivity and not panic. So yeah, that basically is the update with regards to where I am. And this is a short and a sweet podcast. And with regards to my own health and fitness, I dropped like a kilo ever since I've been back from Vietnam. The food noise with tirzepatide, it's much lesser, but at the end of the day, it's not really a drug problem. But what I realized was, before I went to Vietnam, the reason I was binging and fucking around was, I was dieting for like a year, and I burnt out. I burnt out like really, really bad. Right now, the cognitive control over things with a GLP-1, without a GLP-1 is much more better. I'm still on the same dose of testosterone, but I feel the effects so much more better because the stress levels are worn off. Previously, I was extremely stressed. I was extremely anxious. I was extremely burnt out for bodybuilding. It came up to the point where I love bodybuilding, but I also hated it at the same time. So right now, sometimes you need like a bit of a break. If you've been doing this for 6-7 months on end, like 10 to 12 days, just to restore, reset, and you're gonna be fine, right? But a lot of people, they take way too many breaks and they accumulate way little work. So yeah, people, if you found this useful, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and spread some positivity, and have a nice day.